admit that because he saw me building the ark. And he heard me crying out to him, Lord God, when it's going to rain? But the thing is, I knew what he said it was going to do. The only thing I need to do is just do my job, just keep building the ark. And when he got through building the ark, God said, okay, it's time. And the folk that mailed at him, the folk that criticized, see, some people criticize and don't know which way God taking you. Because the thing is that they can't see it. And guess what? They don't want you to see it. And so I'm saying to you, my brothers and sisters, that know that God sees and he hears you. And one thing about it, I'm glad about that. And I don't have to just ask the biblical characters in the Bible. I know that he sees me and he hears me. One thing about it, I know it from experience. That when you call on him, he said, I'll answer your prayer. But right now, God is standing at somebody's door knocking. And he said, whosoever will, let him come. But the thing is, when he's standing at the door and knock, he said, if you let me in, and you know the reason you don't want to let him in. But he already knows what's inside anyway. But he said, if you let me in, I'll come in. I'll sup with you. And you with me. In other words, I let you know that you're not by yourself. Because I told you that if you hold on, I'm coming. And one thing about it, he don't move by our time. He moved by his own time. And if you look in the Bible, God never moved just because somebody said moved. But he moved at his own time. Come here, Mary. You and your sister. We sent for Jesus. But he ain't showed up. Go down there and tell him Lazarus is dead. But Jesus said, I'm going to wait. He waited. And the thing is that when he got there, they had the audacity to tell him, what do you mean? You waiting this long? We sent for you a long time ago. He said, I know it. I saw everything that was happening. And I knew what y'all was going through. He said, but let me tell you one thing. I didn't come because I didn't want to come. I came because of these unbelievers that claim they know something. But the thing is, I came to prove to them that this man is not dead. He was just sleeping. Can't you imagine Jesus standing there saying, Lazarus? Lazarus. And can't you imagine Holiday that folk standing there looking at him? Is he crazy? Come forth. And can't you imagine in your mind that here come a zombie, a live zombie, that just couldn't walk, just sliding. But the thing is that God will give you enough strength in your slide. Even if you can't put one foot up at the other one. He gave some of y'all that cane that he can just make you slide. And so when he came out, he said, now, loose him and let him go. Can't you imagine? Look, if you were standing there seeing all of this. If anybody wouldn't believe in God, that'd be the time they should not need to believe in him. and he was unraveled. But do you know, Jesus wept. That's why I tell men, don't let nobody tell you a man shouldn't cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. That's why God gave you tear ducts to cry. So he said, now I saw what it was going on, and I heard your cry. So the thing is that really, I heard your cry. I knew you needed some help, and you remembered who I was. So the thing is that only thing I wanted you to do is number 4, hold on to your faith. Don't let it go. Because I believe that the Bible said in Hebrews chapter 10:23, listen, let us hold unservantly to the hope that we profess, and one who promised us faithfully. In other words, your faith can carry you where you don't think you can go. Because faith is the thing that hope for. It's the evidence of things not seen. And everything, brothers and sisters, we don't have to see. And when you don't see it, then you know it was God. Because there's somebody in here that laid in the hospital, and the doctor told you one thing was wrong with you, but God said another. I wish I had a witness in here. And one thing about it, when you know that on the inside that you got Dr. Jesus, no matter what the outside doctors say, when you know that you know that you got him. And one thing about it, stop depending on them and trust him. Because he is master. And then he moved in holiness. So I'm saying to you, you got to hold on to your faith. In other words, what is faith? Faith is falling all into thy hands. And if I'm in his hands, I'm in the right hands. Because one, he won't let go of me. I don't care how heavy the burden is, he won't let go. Because I'm holding to my faith in difficult times. How many of you lately been in difficult times? See, it saddened me to see people come to church, know they've been through something, too ashamed to say it. I don't want nobody to know my business. Well, you need somebody to know so they can pray for you whatever you're going through. So he's saying to us that don't let our faith waver. Holding on to God's promise because it strengthens us. So let me ask you a question. Even in circumstances, do you know that God is always right by your side? How many can believe that? And that's why you got to have faith. And when you got faith in God, then God, you know that God sees you and he hears you and you know who he is because he know you need help. Don't walk around with your head up and I don't need nobody. Yes, you do. And the thing is, the same person you say you don't need might have to hand you a drink of water. But you got to have faith. Not fear, but faith. Not foolishness, but faith. Not faking it, but faith. You got to have it. You can't get to God without faith. Because you can't see him. But you got to know that even if I don't see you, I know you're there. Because you promised me, if I hold on, you were coming. And so that's the thing. You got to hold to your faith. And one thing about it, when you hold to your faith, the enemy will always be lurking around. What you can't do. Look at God. Look at God now, how he's treating you. Look what he took from you. One lady, I might have told you this before, but one lady said she was so mad with God. You took my son. What kind of God is that? And I said, darling, let me tell you one thing. He didn't take nothing from you. If I take something from you, that means it's not mine. But your son was on borrowed time. And he just loaned you your son. He didn't give him to you. He just loaned you. Because the thing is, if he loan you something, it's just like if the bank loans you some money, they want their money back. So when he give you something, he said you got